What's up, guys? Welcome back from the MLG Studios here in New York City. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday evening or morning. If you're in Europe and you're staying up late, like I have to stay up late to watch GSL, gotta stay up till 6 a.m. But I know there's people out there who do that, so shout out to those guys. Your passion for StarCraft 2 makes me passionate and really inspires me. Of course, we're currently watching Fenix versus Minigun. Fenix is one win away from getting a rematch versus Apocalypse. But there is a man standing in his way. In the top left-hand location of Acheron Wastes, we have the Red Protoss player currently down 0-1. He must win 2 in a row here to stay alive in the Premier League of WCS America. He is Minigun. His opponent in the bottom right-hand location of Acheron Wastes is the Blue Terran player representing Team Incredible Miracle. Fell to Apocalypse 2-0 in his first match, but has been able to rebound and take a 1-0 advantage in this loser's match. He needs one more win to get that rematch against Apocalypse. He is Fenix. So, Mr. Nicholas, you lost faith in the minigun?
You know what? I kind of am.
Wow, that's so mean.
Well, the thing is I feel like, at least from my experience, I played Minigun in several series. Of course, not super recently, but I used to play him a lot, and I would always, like, every tournament, I would meet up with him near the end because there wouldn't be that many other people left, right?
Sure.
At least for the North American scene. And for him, like, it seems like he always crushes an opponent, or if he starts losing, I feel he's... the mental game plays a big toll now. And for example, that's why we see him like 3-0 Idra, and then you see him go 0-3 in Winter Championships, right? And then as well getting I think he went 0-3 as well in the Winter Exhibition.
And he's 0-3 so far today.
Yeah, so he's a very streaky player. He kind of has to hit his rhythm, and you know, playing ST first, I think may have dislodged his rhythm.
Yeah. ST has a track record for doing that. It's the intimidation factor is pretty big when ST is involved, I would think. 0-2 can't be fun, but I'm sure, you know, perhaps Katz is telling him on Skype, you know what, man, you're still in this. You got this. Don't give up. And I'm sure a lot of Root fans are hoping that Minigun can win 2 in a row here, because that's what he has to do. But Fenix playing an incredible game. Playing an incredible game of StarCraft 2 in game number 1 there. Really being aggressive, and the thing is that separates a lot of good players from great players. Not only being aggressive and getting a lot of damage done, but being efficient behind it. Keeping up with your production. Keeping up with your expansions. Keeping up with your workers. Keeping up with your upgrades.
Fenix definitely, that core multitask micro-macro skill set is something that Fenix has in spades, because I mean, he has such a long history playing Brood War that being able to split his attention between the offensive attacks he's doing, the harassments he's doing, and then also making sure he doesn't miss a single beat with his macro is something he's well used to. Oh, Reaper getting past the Mothership Core. Stalker should be on time, but this one probe, oh no, go down. Yep.
Stalker's popping out, gonna target down that Reaper.
Should
Reaper should get away.
Oh, Stalker missed the hit. And the Reaper.
Zealot could get a swipe off. Okay.
Zealot would have killed it with one swipe.
Yep.
14 life. Of course, Zealot does 16 damage in a swipe. I guess you could call it a double swipe because it really just kind of has two arms. Each one swipes. 8
damage per arm swipe. 2 arms adds up to 16. Is that
Mothership,
true?
yes.
Okay.
Mothership Core is going on to harass.
Yeah. I like this.
Yeah, it's going to be a great way to scout. And at this point in the game, you know, if all the Marines are ready and they trap the Mothership Core, it can be bad. But, you know, typically they'll be at the front. So you run in, you can usually get out before they get back and ready to intercept you.
Of course, the main danger behind this is dealing with the Reaper, which is why he got that Stalker to follow up to deal with that Reaper. Of course, he's going Twilight Council behind this.
A merciful Reaper.
So this is looking like...
it's a DT drop.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it might be Blink. He's been doing that a lot. Okay, this is
yeah.
But a popular build on this map does involve going Blink off of 2 bases and being really aggressive.
Yes.
Getting an observer up to the high ground, and being relentless with your Blink Stalker mission.
The Reaper! My gosh. He saw the Dark Shrine. Oh no. This is, I mean, this is a build that, I mean, the build's not dead, but it really it helps a lot to not have it be scouted. Because one of the great strengths is that even if an opponent thinks there might be DT potential and they have like 1 or 2 scans, normally if against straight DTs, what you can do is the DTs run up the ramp, you scan at the ramp, and they can't send more DTs in that direction. You build a turret, and but you know 1 scan will buy you time to get that turret, and once it's up in the front, you're safe. But with the drop, you can send a DT in the main, you can as well as the front, and all of a sudden if they don't have enough scans right off the bat, you're doing massive, massive damage. But now that Fenix knows it's the possibility, he'll either have missile turrets ready or he'll have enough scans ready.
Where's the Mothership? Okay, Mothership Core isn't the natural expansion. We have a little bit of a Marine Squadron coming forward. We see the War Prism in production here from
It's kind of late.
Minigun. Yeah, of course, ideally you want the War Prism deploying right when Dark Shrine is done.
I think he was a little late on constructing it. He does have a proxy pilot set though, and the DT's already heading out for that.
Turret now being made in the natural expansion back here of Fenix.
No turret in the main, so the War Prism should be effective. Oh, DT actually, he knows the Dark Shrine was scouted, so he's not even going to try the natural. He's going to just sit at the 3rd. Kind of like that play. But here comes a drop into the natural minigun.
Oh, how much damage is this going to do? We got Marines there. Photon Overcharge immediately going down. The Widow Mine is going to drop, and the question here on everyone's mind is, will he forget about it? No, he won't.
Yeah, there was nothing else going on. If he forgot about that one, I would really think his mental game is slipping, because if you've played Minigun, that's not something he normally forgets. It's just, of course, this is a very, very important match.
DT getting bored, going to check on the natural.
Yeah, real quick pullback there. That could have used that. Oh, the 2 dropships cross each other's paths.
And they see each other.
I mean, that's actually a big advantage for Fenix, because Minigun already knew that dropship was out there, right? He's already waiting for it. He's prepared. But Fenix didn't know for sure there was a War Prism, and now he knows, so he's got the missile turret up ready in the main. He's got Marines back there, and this DT is not going to do a whole lot of damage.
There's also, that turret is there with the Marines around it. Minigun going to see that and back away, and now Fenix knows what's up, going to start targeting down a supply depot.
You know, but even though the build was scouted, I don't feel that Fenix has really taken advantage of the scout.
Okay.
Because, you know, he hasn't really, maybe a fast 3rd or faster upgrades, because he didn't really get an advantage in upgrades or in 3rd. He's going up to 5 barracks, and maybe he's going to try to hit a really, like a mastering medevac timing before the AoE. Oh, wow, another little drop play in the back of Minigun's main.
My drop taking down a Zealot. Marines should get picked up. Observer is here.
Oh, it's on cooldown.
Yeah, it's on cooldown. Yeah. Took a shot at a... taking out the medevac, too. That's a nice little bonus.
It is.
Also, back in Fenix's home, the DT took down 2 supply depots.
A nice win.
Which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
And Minigun is going to go straight into Blink, Colossus, and he's got 1-1 on the way. Starting Thermal Lance. Probably take a 3rd relatively soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll wait for Blink, at least to finish, and probably the Thermal Lance as well. But his 3rd time will be perfectly fine compared to Fenix's. Fenix really delayed his 3rd to power out 5 barracks first, right? Tyrants normally have a much faster 3rd. And the thing is the way this game's gone, you know, losing that dropship, I don't see his push do anything. I mean, there's going to be Colossi and Blink by the time he can really his extra production really kicks in, and as long as Minigun's on top of his control and spreading the army correctly, I feel like I mean, it's not like Fenix is behind, but he didn't get an advantage from having scouted that Dark Shrine.
Right. Now, this is a pretty tricky situation. The War Prism needs to wait for the Viking to make its up patrol and not its down patrol. It's like Frogger.
It's like playing Deus Ex, where you watch the AI little guys on patrol and you slip by them.
Problem is, I don't think he knows that Viking is patrolling.
No.
So he won't be able to time that necessarily. It might come down to luck if he gets that War Prism by without the Viking knowing.
I think he's gonna wait till something's going on, you know, and then he's gonna. And same thing, Fenix. Right? Fenix has that drop chip at the top, but he's not gonna send it in blind because it's obviously gonna be countered, right? There's nothing else going on at this level of play. One drop's really knocking you too much.
And look at this. The right time. The Viking going up, the War Prism goes.
Wow. What a cool little move there.
All right, so we'll have to see how much damage that War Prism does. Meanwhile, might have a skirmish fairly soon in the middle of the map here. Marines and Marauders is Colossus here. That drop at the top might go in as well, so we might see a lot of multi-pronged stuff happen here. The War Prism going to be dropping in the main base. The Zealots getting some damage done to the Zealots. No reaction yet here from Fenix.
So many SCVs going down. He's not pulling the SCVs.
Oh.
Does he not notice what's going on?
Okay, he's stemming back, and now he's pulling the SCVs, but not before a lot of damage was done there by Minigun. 12 workers killed.
Ooh.
Looks like Fenix is going to pause. Hopefully he didn't have an equipment malfunction. But, you know, that's exactly what Minigun is looking for. Looking at the supply right now, it's 113 to 108. In a situation where, okay, all your stuff gets scattered, you're not able to make much happen. Sure, you kill 2 supply depots, but...
It's been a very even game so far. Very even game.
When you're able to get those 3 zealots into your opponent's mineral line, able to chop a bunch as SEVs, looking at income, now it's 60 to 44 in the Harvesters in favor of Minigun.
Yeah, that's not a situation where Fenix wants to be in. I mean, yes, he's got the mules, but I mean, his 3rd orbital I think just finished. Wasn't a fast turn. So at best, he's even in economy. And typically in TVP, the Tyrion wants to have more income because they should saturate their 2 bases. Protoss saturates 2 bases, but Tyrion also has the mules. So especially in the mid game, when it's even base count, even relatively even worker count as you hit that saturation point. They want the economic advantage so they can have additional forces to overcome that powerful Protoss area of effect spells like the Colossi, like the High Templar.
Yeah, and of course, we're talking about High Templar. We're seeing Minigun going for the Colossi plate early. It remains to be seen when he's going to go into the Templar transition. Of course, as of right now, no Templar aircraft going down. He's working on charge. It's halfway done. It looks like 2-2 is halfway done as well. Their upgrades are very even. We see Fenix adding on a 2nd starport, so getting ready for that, for all those Colossi that are going to be presented. But, you know, Minigun has a 3rd base down as well. So, as it stands, I think Minigun does have a slight advantage, especially after all those Zealot kills. Unfortunately, I think Fenix might...
Well, if he disconnects here, that's why we have Recover Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Recover Game, of course, is a great feature. We may have to use that. We're just waiting to see what happens here. Of course, the fact that Fenix is getting a 2nd starport means he's probably going to go for a pre-storm timing. And Aklon Waste is a great map for that because it's actually the way the ridges and the ramps work around the middle of the map and then also as you approach the 3rd base of the Protoss, there's a lot of spots for Vikings, similar to Daybreak, to really get those shots on Colossi. So this could be a very dangerous timing if Minigun doesn't have the storm tech necessary, or potentially if he has enough Archons and an upgrade advantage, you can plow through with charge at Archon as well.
Yeah, we'll see what happes. Of course, Phoenix right now is on 0 as far as time.
I think he disconnected.
Is he back?
Well, we'll see.
I'm going to try to type a little bit here.
I think he's probably having some internet issues there, of course.
We are live right now. The games are live. We're here. And Fenix is going to be working on some difficulties. And while we get that situated, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with game number 2 between Minigun and Fenix. Of course, Fenix, if he wins here, he goes on to play Apocalypse for a chance to win. Of course, Minigun must win 2 in a row. So, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back after a quick break.